Good morning. It is Thursday the 26th of March. It is 9 AM. I woke up about 10 minutes ago. Today I'm going to try a different style of my day. Instead of rushing my lessons today and going out for a run in the morning, I'm going to do my lessons a bit slower today, not rushing them. And then go out for a run later. I got up late today because I didn't set an alarm on purpose. And yeah, so I'm going to get dressed, have some food, and then have a look what my lessons are. Alright, so it's now 10 o'clock, I've had breakfast, and I've just looked to see if I can start English, because we've got 2 lessons of English today. And my teacher, has given us a fun lesson. She's given us 4 different options to choose for. So basically, we need to either create a 3 to 5 minute news program, a song, a podcast, or a character creation for Eva Smith inside an Inspector Calls, because we're doing an Inspector Calls in English. Now, this is so much more fun than normal English work, and so I'm going to be doing the news thing, because that means I can use a camera, film it, edit it, and it'll just be really good. So what I'm going to do is create my own news intro using a free intro maker online, write a script for my news program, and then I can start putting cool breaking news effects over it and everything. So I will add a couple of clips of me filming it, and then I'll add the final product in. Alright, so after looking at all the criteria, I've got to have the case of Eva Smith from Inspector Calls, a local news story which I'm going to do on coronavirus, and a weather bulletin. And I'm going to use the drama alert intro, but instead of drama alert it says breaking news, because I can't find any other news intro that looks good. The BBC News one's terrible, so I'm going to use the drama alert one, and I'm going to write a little script for each section, and then I'll get back to you. Alright, so as I just said, I was going to do it on the coronavirus, but then that kind of doesn't make sense, because this is set in 1900 something, well, I think it's 1901 or something, so that kind of just doesn't make sense, so I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to try and change it to something else, because otherwise it's going to look stupid. Right, so it's now 11 o'clock, and I'm putting quite a lot of effort into this English work, because, you know, I enjoy making videos, so this isn't really work for me. I just kind of enjoy doing this. Plus, I don't want to just not do anything for the rest of the day like yesterday. So, I've now wrote the script for the local news story, and then I've only got the weather bulletin, and then the actual Inspector Calls mysterious case part. But the local news story, instead of just doing the Inspector Calls Eva Smith part, I kind of added some context into the play for it. So the local news story is actually about the Titanic, which was a quote with Mr. Burling and stuff. And I kind of got an interview with Mr. Burling, which is going to be kind of cool to film. So I'm now going to write the story, the weather bulletin, and then I'll cut back to you and I'll start my filming. Right, so it's now 11:30. I have finished writing all of my scripts for each section of the news story thing. I think I might have wrote a bit much than everyone else is going to write, I don't know. I've wrote about 2 and a bit pages, and now I'm going to start filming. Alright, so I'm going to try and set up a set for the first bit, where I have an interview with a character, which means I kind of need to edit 2 screens together, so I'm going to have to set this up well. I've wrote my scripts for each part of the news interview. I'm going to do the first part on my chair here, and then I'm going to do the little interview of Mr. Burling here in these chairs and kind of cut them together so that it looks like I got both characters on the same space. So, time to film the first part. Alright, so I've now finished my English and I'm about to upload it for my whole class to see. Just making myself some noodles for lunch, and then I'll get on and do my science and geography work, then go out for a run. But here is the final of my Inspector Calls breaking broadcast thingy. Good morning. 3 weeks from now, the Titanic, the largest ocean liner to date, is set to voyage to New York City, leaving the port of Southampton. Titanic began construction in early April of 1909 in Belfast, Northern Ireland. Designed by Thomas Andrews, the ship is scheduled to take 3,300 passengers on its journey. Weighing more than 52,000 tons, this ship is clearly an engineering phenomenon. Now, I will pass over to my correspondent, who is with previous Lord Mayor Arthur Burling. Good morning, Mr. Burling. Thank you for speaking with us on this topic. I have a few questions to ask you.
It is my pleasure, Mr. Newsman.
What do you think of the ship, the Titanic?
I believe the ship is amazing invention. My friend told me of it. It's unsinkable, absolutely unsinkable.
Okay, thank you for that, Mr. Burling. I'm sorry to cut this short, but we're having a breaking news story coming in. Hello. I'm sorry to cut that short, but we are having some breaking news. A young girl has committed suicide by drinking disinfectant. But what led up to her death? Well, stay tuned, because we have all the information. On the 30th of August, 1910, Eva Smith, the girl that just passed, began a strike at Burling and Company, demanding higher wages. However, shortly after this, Mr. Burling, who was Lord Mayor at the time, discharged her from his employment due to disruption and being a troublemaker. Despite this, Eva was taken on 3 months later at a shop called Millward's. However, this did not end well, due to a customer, Sheila Burling, making a complaint, getting her fired, and leaving her with nothing. Desperate, Eva changed her name to Daisy Renton in an attempt for a fresh start. This appeared to be going well in spring of 1911, when Gerald Croft, son of the Crofts, met her and gave her money and a place to stay. This equated to Gerald having an affair with Daisy Renton, which lasted for 6 months until Gerald decided to break it off with her in September. It didn't appear to be long though, until she had another connection with a Burling. Eric Burling, son of Arthur Burling, began his affair with her, causing her to become pregnant. Eric began stealing money from his father to support her. However, upon finding out about the stealing, she broke off the relationship to protect him. And with nowhere to go, Eva Smith turned to the Brumleys Women Charity, but was turned away with Mrs. Burling's influence due to her unfortunately using the name Mrs. Burling as a cover. With nothing left, no hopes, no dreams, or place to live, Eva ingested disinfectant, dying shortly after. This is truly a sad story of someone who is... This is truly a sad story, truly, of someone whose life was messed with. A full investigation has begun in order to determine whether foul play was at large. Once we have an update, we'll be sure to bring it to you. Now, here's Alex with the weather. Truly a sad story. For the rest of the week, it is going to be sunny, with highs of 12, and with this weather carrying on throughout the next week. Humidity today is set to rise to 41%, with the wind speed reaching 13 miles per hour. More on this after these short messages. It is now 6 minutes past 3. I haven't actually done any of my work other than English today, because I just spent hours trying to remove like malware off of my computer, which was stopping me from doing any work, because I tried installing a screen recorder yesterday on my laptop, and it kind of installed about 7 other programs which stopped me from being able to use my computer. So I managed to get that all fixed and uninstalled, but it also means now it's 3 o'clock and I've still got science and geography to do. So I'm going to do geography now and then science. Right, so it's now 3:30 and I finished clearing up everything with my computer because there was still a couple of things I had to do. Now I'm going to go out for a dog walk, go for a run, and then start geography and do science. So I probably won't get it done till 6, but I kind of had a relaxed day anyway. And I'm not really bothered. So I'm going out for a dog walk now.
for a getaway, car top down, and we're driving just to feel young, moving away to the sea.
Here we see a wild French bulldog in her natural habitat. Hello, Ivy. Hello. She waits till he's... Hello, it is now 6:15. I just spent 2 hours up over where we walk our dogs, looking for my camera battery. You might have seen that video ended abruptly. I need to switch camera batteries, so I switched camera batteries and went to put a second one in my pocket, carried on walking, and then I found out that I forgot to, I was wearing trousers without pockets, so I just spent 2 hours looking for the camera battery. I went home halfway through, someone lent me a metal detector, I carried on looking for it, and I still haven't been able to look for it, so that's quite expensive loss. And it means it's going to be really harder for me to film these videos until I get a new camera battery. But I just spent so long up there, I actually can't feel my hands properly. They've gone really red and I can't feel them properly. But the right one's worse than the left one, but I can barely feel anything. Like you can see just from putting a little pressure on my hands. It's bad. And I can barely feel anything. So now I'm going to have to try and get another camera battery, which is going to be really expensive. Alright, so it's 7:05 now. I've had dinner, and now because I didn't go out earlier, and because I wasn't expecting to spend 2 hours looking for a battery, it is now really dark outside, and I've still got to go for a run, so this is not going to be fun. But I'm going to have to go out for a run, then I've got to come back and still do work. I've just ordered 2 new camera batteries, so I'm going to have 3 camera batteries now. And yeah, that was expensive, because if I was to order 1 camera battery, it was going to take a month, but I can order 2 camera batteries and it take 2 days. So explain that one to me. Don't know if you can hear that, but it's 8 o'clock and everyone in my area is clapping. Oh, someone just fired a firework. Appreciation for the NHS. You might not be able to hear it, but there is loads of people clapping. Alright, so it's now 8:20 and I'm going to be ending the video here. Today started off okay. Got up late because I wanted some extra sleep. Kind of did a more relaxed day, and then I had fun filming my English project. But then obviously malware infected my PC or my laptop, and then it took me ages to get rid of that, which stopped me from being able to do any further work. And then I decided to go out for a dog walk, losing my second camera battery, which I then proceeded to spend 2 hours trying to find, using a metal detector that someone let me borrow. But I didn't manage to find my camera battery, so I came home, my hands were freezing cold, had to order a new camera battery, which has cost me money, and is a bit annoying, but to be honest, I can't get too annoyed over a materialistic item. To be honest, it doesn't affect my life too much. There are people dying from coronavirus and other diseases and illnesses, and just in general, so I can't get annoyed over a materialistic item. So, to me, it's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I'm going to have to end this video now. I'm going to have to finish, I'm going to have to catch up with my work tomorrow that I didn't get to do today, which is a bit annoying because it'll probably take me longer to do my work tomorrow, but that's just how it is. And obviously, as you saw, everyone in my area was clapping for the NHS today, 8 o'clock, like other countries have been doing. It was organised for today. I didn't know how many people were going to do it. We went outside when I was on my run, and to be honest, a good couple hundred people in my area did it, and someone even lit off a firework. So, you know, I'm going to end the video here. Stay safe, and goodbye.